Good evening, degenerates. It's another fine day. Had a great day today. Oh man, perfect timing. Hey, you know what? That's great. You did a great thing grabbing that YouTube chat. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to work on getting the chat to show up on screen, and YouTube obviously is not working. So we're gonna, yeah. See, look, I love it. I love it. People coming in here and doing dumb stuff in my chat. I'm gonna figure out how to I can do this. Ha! I don't know why people want to come in here and spam my crap. It just pisses me right off. People are gonna make me turn this off. Nobody wants to see your shit. And it's only the kick people that seem to want to do that. So yeah. All right. Let's see if that works. So do me a favor. Go ahead and pop another message up in the chat there, Mr. Sean, and we'll see if that one comes up on the screen. It may or may not. There's always a lag too. I'm trying to get it to where up this side, where right here, there's some chat. I'll mess with it and get it all figured out one way or another. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. It'd be nice. Phil, it'd be great if you had joined the chat. I know you reposted it. I don't know if you're actually watching, but that would be most helpful if I can get some chats up on the screen. I'd like to try and work through this. And while I have a small audience or smaller audience, this is much simpler. I can just clear the damn chat anytime I want to, and I can turn the thing off. That's the other thing. But I don't know. I think I screwed up the YouTube thing, but I did select one. We'll just see if wait until we get another chat come in. Um, we'll see how it goes. Oh wait. Uh, yeah. Okay. So Get that going. Yeah, test, test. Yep, there it goes. Working, working just fine. I didn't have it activated like an idiot. But thanks, Sean. I appreciate you hopping in there. I may or may not turn off the fading out at the top. As as the chat fills up, they'll go to the bottom and then start pushing off. Since you're at the very top of the list after I just cleared it, it's going to look faded. So, but it is early, just a few minutes in. Tell you, had a very eventful day today. I went to a crawfish um, festival in the south end of the county, and that's that was fun stuff. I wonder why I can't do anything with the message um, on on Kick. That's I find that annoying that it's not doing what it's supposed to do. That's interesting. Yes, but yeah, that was a fun time. We was supposed to be an entire event. A bunch of the homies and I were going to go and post a few pics in No Mike and Donuts chat of what you were doing the last few days. You know what? You do that. Um, I'm gonna try to take care of this. I will go check that out though. Don't let me forget. And as a matter of fact, if you want to, you can at me on those posts so I get the notification and I'll go and look at it when I get done with the stream. I'm not gonna be not disinterested. You know, I'm always interested in things that folks have going on, people in the community. Drink. You notice though, I didn't put the chat over the top of the shoes. Can't do that. Can't disrespect the shoes. I may make that a touch smaller. Let me see how let me see how I can go about making this a touch smaller. Maybe move it down a little bit. Here, let's see. Let's see if that's a. We'll see about that. I don't want it taking up too much of the space, but I also don't want it to not be there. You know what I mean? We're doing it live. That's a great thing. I told everybody last night I got on an unscheduled event, you know, and I've got this weird thing as a developer is an old bad. It's a horrible habit, but I do things live on like worked on production applications live. It's like the next time somebody refreshes, it changes. You make a mistake, it crashes. You have to hurry up, change it again to get it to work. There's nothing more exciting than just like high pressure. Just got to get it done right now. Can't can't you know do it in test mode. That's just stupid. Oh Lord, all my regulars on X aren't on right now. But what what go on now? I don't want to do two-factor authentication on on my X stuff. I just don't. Not right now. Not right now. I'm. Oh, feels like I love you, but the Flyers are fighting for playoffs. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to. Have to at least. He did at least repost my stream, so I will have to. He can at least join the chat. My God. Then he would probably be doing play-by-play stuff. It's fine. It's fine, Phil. Whenever whenever hockey season's over, you can join the chats. I'm pretty sure that's where you've been. But that's okay. It's all right. No big deal. So had a pretty interesting evening last night to get on. I don't very often. I don't get on Fridays. I normally just do Thursdays and Saturdays. And decided out of the blue, we're gonna. It's like I'm gonna join up, and get on there, and yeah, I don't know. I just got on there and I did a little ranting. It was fun. I started out being all super positive and everything, and as it as the bottle of bourbon got emptier, I got a little bit more animated. It's it's a strange thing that happens when when I do that. What I was I was I'm an idiot first of all because I meant to open a can of Echelon um, because I'm thirsty as all get out. And see, this is the kind of crap right there that aggravates the hell out of me, right? I will turn off the kick chat if this continues, right? This is just this is some stuff that I need to like put into the um yep, I'm just gonna yep, and yep. So we're just gonna add some people to a block list. That's all. Don't come into my stream and try to advertise for your shit. It's just God, spammers. It just annoys the hell out of me. Uh, let's see. I'm trying to figure out. Billy, what's up? Um, trying to figure out. Hey, look, you. No, it's over here. It's your chat's up there. So look at that. Um, trying to figure out how to block people on Kick because they keep coming in here spamming my crap. And if I'm gonna have this. I don't have time to screw around, so I have to automate as much of the stuff as possible. And so, um, yeah, irksome crap. People do drive-bys on my Kick streams, hop in and shoot a message into the chat advertising for their garbage, and I don't know. I'm trying to figure out eh, trying to figure out how to do some of this stuff. So can't find the wait a minute. Hold on. Nope, that is not it. Trying to find a way to quick block people who decide they want to spam my chat. I'm just going to sit here and no, not talk while I screw around with my computer with a dead air. Ah, well, could be worse. Could be worse. Well, I was just saying, I have to do this stuff live. Can't help myself. It's the only way to learn, really. I have to fail miserably. I have no ability to learn from other people's mistakes. I just can't. It doesn't stick with me very well when I do that, and I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it'd be great to be able to have all that stuff show up on the screen, but if I have people start spamming my chat, I'll just turn it off. I don't care. I mean, I can I can do things with recognizing people. I don't. It's not like I can get super chats or anything like that. I'm not monetized. It doesn't matter. So it's really not that big of a deal. People won't be paying for anything to show up on my screen, and you know, it. I, if I ever get to the point where I'm monetized, I'm gonna find somebody to mod for me. I'm not gonna be able to do this and that at the same time. Because the last thing I need. Well, some of this stuff is also um, some of the stuff. If somebody's gonna say something really dumb, a lot of it is moderated by the channels themselves. You know, YouTube and Kick and X and so on and so forth. But people find a way around the moderation, the auto modding and stuff, and it's nice to have somebody who can sit and watch the stream. And if they catch somebody throwing like racial slurs or anything like that in there in ways that are inventive, they can they can block them and get rid of them. But yeah, we can start off with our normal housekeeping events that we normally have. Uh, First and foremost, got a new shirt. So I'm actually wearing it right now. Got a JD the Bot Guy T-shirt. Finally got that in. I wanted to make sure that it was all right. I do a direct to garment DTG printing. I don't do the direct to film because it doesn't breathe at all. I had a couple of different designs. This one actually looked better, so I decided to put it out. And you know, if you go in your browser, right, and go look at the top at the merchandise link and click that, it'll take you over to Force Founders. And this is actually one of the most inexpensive T-shirts I've got, 12.50. The reason being is there's nothing on the sleeves. It's just the front, nothing on the back. That's it. It's pretty plain in the grand scheme of things when it comes to uh, printing. It's like if you look at this violet ventricle, it has a flag on this sleeve and it has Force Valor on this sleeve and something on the front, and it's 18.50. So it's $6 more than this tee, and because all this one has is the design on the front. So maybe people will take that and wear my avatar on their faces or on their chest with great pride. And if I can talk tonight, that would be really helpful. I had a horrible time um, last night with being able to speak coherently, and I don't know why that is. I was stumbling over everything. Damn cigars canoeing. Had a problem with that last night. This is a house stick that comes from the Las Vegas cigar outlet, and I wouldn't call it an outlet in the traditional sense. I think it's the Las Vegas cigar outlet. I'm looking for the sticker. I've got a sticker up on the board behind my light, and I can't see for yeah, Las Vegas cigar outlet. I knew I had that, but it's not really an outlet in the way that you would think. They don't have like seconds and stuff. That's not. But this is a house stick of theirs, and I don't know. It's a perfecto, and so when you light it, it's a little bitty spot on the end of it that you light on the foot, and because perfectos are tapered on both ends, like a little turd, and so we'll so you have to fight it. It's not like you can sit and like toast the end as like you can with a normal cigar with a larger foot. It it's not a it's a good cigar. They're not cheap. Let me put it that way. This is like I think an 8.50. It's like $8.50 for a cigar. It's not inexpensive. Like it's a one of these things is a like nearly a whole pack of cigarettes. Well, don't get me wrong. I do smoke inexpensive cigars. I mean, I've got Drew Estates factory smokes. These are like $3. So I will, and that's my daily thing right there. Uh, on the weekends, I smoke several cigars in one day. I don't normally do that. I usually just keep it to like one a day. Um, but on the weekends when I'm out here doing this, I'm going to be one after another until I run out of cigars or something. Because I usually bring 3 or 4 out here. I have a humidor in my shop that sits on my desk right over here, and but I don't normally utilize it um, to just store things in. Usually, if I've got a get together happening, and we use this because I got air conditioning and heat and stuff, so it's a nice open area, and so that's when I'll put cigars in the humidor. If any good goings on. Let's see. Any good stuff in the world today. I feel like it's a little early um, to start going over my normal. Ugh, I don't want to go into politics on this shit. I really don't. So let's see where are we at on our channel dashboard for Forced Valor. Current video is 1 of 10. Woo. Um, we're currently sitting at 3,848 subs, and I don't even think we gained any watch hours. This thing runs. It's showing as of April 6th, so those crawfish weren't bland. Those were tasty crawfish. Here's the thing: they used a liquid. They used liquid on them, so you could. It wasn't. You couldn't see like seasoning on them, but man, they were not bland. And the first one, I actually threw extra seasoning in them because they had some cups of seasoning, and I threw a cup of seasoning in the first one, and it was whoa, a little way too much. Hey, it's a festival. You go and you support some local folks. I cooked it. I was telling my son, my youngest one, he was there with me. I was like, man, this is why I don't buy steaks at restaurants. It's like nobody ever does it the way you do it. And we cook crawfish, and we do like 30 pounds at a time, which is not a huge amount, but for like a home thing, that's a pretty good bit. And we've got a whole system for it. And we use uh, like slap your mama seasoning and stuff. It's actually pretty good. I don't want to do my own seasoning. I mean, in the place where we pick up the crawfish from, about half an hour from the house, and they have seasoning, and I've never tried it. I don't know. I'm just really picky. I find something I like, and I don't want to change it. I will tell you, they the vendor who was doing the cooking, I think they cooked all the sausage ahead of time, or they had a big. I don't know. It was overcooked pretty bad. The first batch of potatoes I got, the little baby potatoes, those were really mushy. So they, it's not that they were bland. It's just they kind of, I don't know. I got there really. We were kind of early. We ended up leaving, so they started at 11 o'clock in the morning, right? This morning, uh, and it ran until 5, but I was out of there before like 12:30, so I was there for about an hour, and but I was really hungry. I didn't have anything to eat all morning on purpose because I was planning on going and eating a bunch of crawfish. I don't know. There's a couple of restaurants that do a pretty good job. I've been going to this thing for years. That was a seventh annual. This is the 7th year they've been doing it. Uh, this year wasn't the best. So I don't know. I said all that to essentially agree with you. Sorry. I started out disagreeing with you and then talked myself into it. You know, it is what it is. So where are we? Let's see here. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I know. Okay, so we've got our Irish Bomb Squad. This is I believe I'm you're one of the guys from JD Delay, right? Yeah, I believe you're I'm almost certain that that's you're from over on his channel. So yeah, welcome to the chat, my man. Oh, that's why you're so opinionated on it. All right. Yeah. So you're further south than I am. Yeah, we're rookies here in Arkansas, right? We're not nearly as good. Your season's a lot longer than ours too, I think. Um, we start getting pretty decent. Yeah, I thought I was right on that. We get pretty decent crawfish coming out in like March, and but by June it's over with. So mid to late May. I mean, it's gone. They stop because if they keep harvesting past that, they won't have seed for the next year. They'll wipe out the next year's crawfish. They're pretty good size. I mean, you get on average, just the bodies. They're about about 3.5 inches. But I got some pretty decent sized crawfish today. About yay big around. So I mean, the size was good. They just kind of phoned it in on the cooking, man. It is. I mean, they had a Leonard Skinner cover band. Uh, it was funny. Talked about the wood chipper shoes. Said he reached out. Nobody reached out to me about wood chipper shoes. So yeah, if he reached out to me, I missed it, or he did it in the wrong place. But yeah, um, I don't know. It's this, they they took a break one time. There's probably a couple of there's a few hundred people there at vendors and stuff in the area, and they took a little. They stopped and and they're like, "Who thanks to both of you?" Because there was like two people clapping. It was Oh yeah, that's it's very entertaining to watch. Like uh, local bands. They're out of Memphis. Um, Yeah, you know what? There's swamps everywhere. This whole place this Delta region where I live, was all cypress swamps, up until Chicago burned down back in the day. And when the big Chicago fire happened, they came in and clear cut this entire area from well all the way up at the boot under the boot heel of up into the boot heel of Missouri, all the way down to Memphis. They clear cut the swamps all the way through there in that entire area, and in hundreds of miles in every direction to rebuild Chicago. And yeah, I'm not sure that was worth it. But then they got done, and all the dirt was like black. And they're like, hell, I think this dirt would be good for growing shit. So they came in and drained the swamp, filled in all the bayous, and it became farmland. So we have a lot of really good crops around here. They're growing canola behind my house. This is the first time they've ever grown that. By the way, that's funny. They rebranded canola. You know what the plant that they use to make canola oil is? It used to be referred to as rapeseed oil, and they're like, yeah, we got to figure out a way to rebrand that. That's not going to go over real well when we're trying to sell this. So they started calling it canola. Um, yeah, I've got the same exact handle on everything. X is usually the best place to hit me up. Um, So yeah, for sure. That's the I'm most active on that platform. So did they do that in New Orleans too? Or are you talking about where they clear cut it and started farming, or just draining the swamps? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know that much about New Orleans. I've never been there. Sometime I'm gonna have to go down there, but I've never had an opportunity to head down that way for any particular reason, and I travel enough as it is that I don't really do a whole lot of traveling for no reason whatsoever, just for the fun of it. So if I had a reason to be in the area already, like a work thing or something, I'd probably do it. But yeah, so yeah, I'm JD the bot guy is my handle on everything. If he shoots me a message on X, Um, that's probably the best way to get me. Um, I don't know of a more. I mean, he could email me, but who does that anymore? I mean, really, that would be. I mean, I don't have a problem with JD the bot guy at forcedvalor.com. He may have actually tried using that email address and or getting it screwed up because I don't think that my domain does bounce. Nobody does bounces anymore because it verifies that the the server information and stuff. So most times when you have an email address wrong or something, it just goes into a black hole because bouncing it back just gives them too much information. But yeah, for sure. So let's see. I tell you what, there's one of those things that I've that video where he was doing the live react to the story I did on him. Yeah, that video got taken down for so a copyright hit. I think one of the things that he was covering afterwards, one of the channels that he was sharing ended up hitting him for a copyright strike on it. They took that down. That was great though. That oh man, no, thank you. That's it's always cool to have some cross collaboration. I'm not I'm just a beginner, obviously. Just a little. Oh, did you see this? I hadn't shared this, but check this out. Did you see the Brandon Herrera Violet Ventricle? We got this collab we did with Patch Ops over at patchops.com, and actually I wasn't watching the fights tonight. I don't. What time do they start? You're talking. Wait a minute. Hold on. Not much of a fighter like fight watcher. I'll have to I have to look it up and see who it is. The only fight that I'm really looking forward to is watching and I probably already missed it. Hell, I don't know, the Ronda Rousey thing and Gina Carano. But check that out. Limited supplies on this metal here. I know not everybody has the 25 bucks to drop on something like this, but it's my design. I mean, it's just like I said, it's the same thing as this shirt here. Oh, UFC been on since 4. No, I'm not watching that at all. I'm not I don't have enough time for things that I need to do. I was actually helping my yeah, that would be great if he could just clip out that stolen or the forced valor part. Um, that would be great. And you know what? I think it was really funny. I was talking about that. The the image that I used to source the face was somebody else's image, and I was in a big hurry looking for an image of him with no beard, and I found that image. So it wasn't the AI that I was using that was doing that. I actually face swapped that to that, and I found something I think that was actually him. With his he's got the same thing I do. Get a little bit of a cleft uh, or dimple in his chin, and nice double chin going on here. But that would be cool if he could clip that out and share that because I got a lot of action off of that. I'm telling you, I gained. I don't know. Well, I say a lot. This is all relative, right? So I got like I don't know about 40 more subs across a couple of like on each channel and stuff. So it was pretty cool though. Um I'm actually toying with the idea of doing a follow up episode, and I got to kick it up a notch on the way it looks. Not to mention that episode was really long. Um, I don't normally go that. I mean, that was a. I mean, geez, I didn't originally plan for that episode to be that long, and then I just kept screwing with it and couldn't leave it alone. And yeah, well, and so we ended up with I don't know, I can't even remember how long was that damn episode. Let me go and take a look. So Let's see. Yeah, that was no, that wasn't that long. It's only just under 11 minutes, and that's with the intro and the outro. So I just remember it being longer than that because I've got some that go way longer. Well over uh 12, 13 minutes long for sure. I got some that are almost 14. So I don't know. It's weird. I guess I think I had quite a few images I made that. So it wasn't necessarily how long the video was. It's just there was a lot of image generation, so it took me a lot of work to get all that stuff done. And I wrestled with that one a lot. So which is really funny because the ones that you work hardest on usually are the ones that don't end up getting any attention. And I'll tell you, it wasn't until he did something with the stream that I actually got much viewership off of that. So, but yeah, it'll be cool if he can clip that out. If he doesn't have time, it's not the end of the world. I honestly didn't do it for that. I mostly did it because I thought it was hilarious, and a lot of other people wanted me to do it too. Oh man, hey, I appreciate it, man. I really do. They're a labor of love. I've been doing it for right around the website itself. I've been doing for over a year, um, and videos and stuff. I haven't quite been a year yet on doing those, and they honestly they've come a long way. If you go back and look at some of the very first ones I did, they were really short, and it was just a still with the voiceover, and I've gone all over the place with them. So I don't know how long I'll keep it up, but if I can keep coming up with new content, um, I'll keep doing it. So, well, if he does have somebody who has time to mess with it, that would be cool. So, yeah, man, I was looking at our. So I usually do a little session on a section of like strange current events and stuff going on, and it's like apparently California is being invaded by nutria. It's like giant, like rodent, and they think the reappearance of the previously eradicated giant swamp rats may have been intentional. So somebody might have been letting them go. I know they have a problem with those down and if I'm thinking correctly, I believe they have a problem with those in Louisiana, and they will actually pay you. Wasn't it they did a Dirty Jobs episode? They were like paying $5 a tail because you clip the tails off of them and then turn them into the game and fish, and they would pay you for them because they're invasive. I don't know if they still do that down there. It's kind of like getting paid for taking out non-native snakes in the Everglades down in Florida. There's people making entire living catching invasive creatures out of it. They got a major issue with that stuff. Oh wow. So apparently they had a food delivery robot in Chicago that went rogue, smashing through the glass of a CTA bus shelter, and then it just backed up and took off like nothing happened. Those things are a menace. Oh no. So apparently uh they're reporting them. Uh they're reporting thick rubber projectiles were thrown at federal agents during an incident at a Los Angeles federal building. Yeah, they were dildos. Somebody was throwing rubber dicks. Those things aren't cheap either. That takes some doing. I remember people get ridiculous when it comes to things. I was at a baseball game back a long, long time ago. You remember back when Mark McGuire was on his big thing, him and Sammy Sosa. And I was at a game in St. Louis. We went 2 days in a row, and I cannot for the life of me remember what was going on, but Mark McGuire goes out and he strikes out, and one of the calls he had a problem with. and he argued with the ump, and the ump ejected him from the game. And people were throwing their like $8 beers. They that night they were giving away giant tins of popcorn. Like we were selling them, the big. I mean, they're like huge tin. And people were throwing those things on the field. They almost shut the entire game down. But then we went the next night and watched him hit another home run, and they set off all the fireworks and all that stuff. It was cool. I don't even remember what number it was that he was. It was, I want to say someplace in the 60s or maybe in the high 50s. I can't remember. It's been a long time ago. We drank so much beer. It was ridiculous. Let's see. Apparently, Cincinnati had some sort of scuffle between a police officer and a suspect on a bicycle. Yeah, slow motion chase, pepper spray attempts. That I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing worth investigating here. I mean, it's just really nothing of any import, to tell you the truth. I got a couple of interesting todays in history. Uh, did you know? Let's see. Today in 1814, Napoleon Bonaparte abdicated as Emperor of the French at Fontainebleau and was exiled to the island of Elba. Hey, that's interesting stuff. In 1921, KDKA radio in Pittsburgh broadcast the first live sporting event on a radio. It was a boxing match between Johnny Ray and Johnny Dundee. That's that's a remarkable thing because I don't know. 1945, U.S. Army forces liberated Buchenwald. How does that pronounce that? I'm not German. Concentration camp near Weimar, Germany during World War II. In 1947, Jackie Robinson became the first American to play in a modern Major League Baseball game with the Brooklyn Dodgers. I guess the Boston Braves. I didn't know that hell. I see. That shows how little I know about sports. And see, in '68, Lyndon Johnson. What a fine, upstanding president he was. He signed in the Civil Rights Act of '68, which was also known as the Fair Housing Act, which prohibited discrimination in the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, or national origin. And in 1970, Apollo 13 launched from the Kennedy Space Center on what was intended to be the third lunar landing mission. Famous oxygen tank explosion. 2 days later, forced the crew to abort and return safely in a dramatic rescue. And, there was the whole Apollo 13 movie, so on and so forth. So that's cool. Let's see. Today's National Pet Day. You got to pet the dogs. If you got dogs, cats, pets, whatever, treat them good. Um, just checking. It was like my door made sound on my. Yeah, it just my door was locking. I wanted to make sure I wasn't being invaded. You never know. I got a buddy of mine that lives across the street from me is a deputy sheriff, so I'm not really worried about being doxxed and swatted and whatnot without getting a phone call. Got the phone sitting here, so if my phone starts ringing or my wife starts saying that the cops are here, that'll be why. Um, oh man, how is it baby massage day? Who the hell does baby massages? That's what, and also slow art day. What the hell is slow art? Somebody in the chat give me an idea what the hell that is. Oh man. Well, there's that. That's usually an event-free uh, section to my stream. It's still early yet. I can tell you I'm fixing to have to get something to drink that's non-alcoholic because I am thirsty as hell. Being outside in the sun um, is awfully fun, and I've had several um, waters and whatnot. Um, so oh, you know what? So I get so much. Yeah, don't. Yeah, Billy, don't go in there getting me banned. Um, look at this. This is how this is how much people love me. Uh, Phil decided he wanted to say that this guy looks like me. And you know what? I'm not going to disagree with him. You know, I mean, I it, the he does have his face covered up here, but I am a little rotund, and so yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to give him a good kiss my ass. That's funny. Phil's one of those uh interesting characters. Um, he's he's one of those guys. You know, he's a veteran and he does a lot of 3D printing and stuff. And we talk quite a bit. He's an interesting character, and he's also followed by a whole bunch of the unsub guys and stuff. I mean, I don't know why. He's followed by the Oversurf podcast. Um, let's see who else. Habitual Line Crosser follows him on X. Let's see who else. Who else? JD Delay follows him. Um, let's see who else. Who else here? Um, Tectone, uh, Brandon Herrera, Donut, Dalton Sutton. It's just the uh, the list goes on and on. I don't. I have no. He must be a really interesting guy. I don't know. He's followed by a lot of people, but I don't know. For some reason or another, he's picked me to interact with. He usually will pop in these, and again, I think it's mostly because he's watching watching his favorite hockey team try to win, and I can appreciate that. I mean, I'm not a sports guy. I'm kind of I don't know if I would call myself anti-sporting, sporting events, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. It's just I don't feel like being on a rant tonight. I just don't. But yeah, Phil's a he's a character. He's also a big, like pro 3D printing. I brought up the 3D printing thing, and there's a lot going on with states like New York trying to ban 3D printers because unless they've been made where they can't print firearms or firearms parts. And I think this is a that's one of those situations where I think it's a fundamental right. Um, we have the right in this country to manufacture firearms. It's a legal right. If you're legally able to own them, you're legally able to manufacture them for your own personal use. And I don't know. I don't the whole ghost gun thing is stupid to begin with. None of it's just ridiculous. It doesn't matter. You can if you can go to Home Depot and buy all the parts you need to make a shotgun, right? It's just all you need is a piece of pipe and a cap and a nail, essentially, and some springs, and some. I mean, you don't even have to have a real trigger mechanism. You can just use a spring and pull a nail back and smack it into the firing pin, and ta-da! You've got a gun. It's not a difficult thing to do, and you can do that with anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a shotgun. You can do it with it. I mean, just rifles and rifles are a little bit more difficult if they have a necked cartridge. straight wall stuff is easier to do because you don't have to worry about supporting the shoulder and you don't have things blow out. You ever seen the video of somebody shooting a 50 BMG in a 12 gauge? Uh, and you'll see why that shoulder support is really really important because all it does is it blows the whole end of the cartridge out. You're not actually doing anything but using the end of the cartridge to hold the bullet, and it blows it out. And it doesn't, because there's no rifling and it doesn't even touch the sides. It's not going to do very well, but it's deadly, especially in close in like really close up. Ah, man, there's a couple of stories that I don't know. I don't. JD goes a lot. He goes pretty hard, and he's live often. And so with all of the stuff going on and trying to get this stuff off the ground myself, I don't really have a lot of time to watch a lot of videos. But I covered a couple of things. Um, covered a couple of. There's a couple of things that came up in the news. Um, actually had something that was pretty local to me that come up, and I may have, if he reaches out to me, I may send him a message in hit him up on X anyway to give him some information on some of this stuff because there was a guy who was convicted um, of diddling some girls, some young girls, and he is those girls are the nieces of one of the guys on the Pepperbox Discord. So it's pretty. I mean, and it's pretty close to home. It's like right in my backyard. It's like it. Oh, shit. He got 60 years, and it's not enough. I don't. I really, it isn't. So, yeah, this that kind of stuff. Again, I could I can get going on that. I the temperament. I don't think I have the temperament for dealing with stuff like that. I've said it a couple of times that I'd love to be involved in the sting doing shit, but I'd have to be behind the scenes because I would get too wrapped up in it, and I would just totally fuck up the sting. I would. If I had if I couldn't be one of the people to intercept the asshole and talk to him. I couldn't sit and have a conversation with somebody who I knew was trying to meet up with a kid. But yeah, I went. I don't know if that was. I think that was Thursday night. I went into a long rant about that because I actually personally had somebody that I was a coworker with who was convicted of trying to um, purchase a video of a. Luckily, it was not a real child. The FBI set up a sting because he was on uh, these websites um, looking for content or kids and all that stuff, and they saw him and went in and set up a sting and got him, and then drug his ass to Florida, and he got sentenced to 12 years down there. As far as I know, he's still there. And what's it goes into more on that story because all the people that worked with him, he thought for some reason or another we were still going to be friends with him. He sent uh, he sent letters and stuff. He was married, and his wife was still with him and was you know professing his innocence the entire time, and they caught him red-handed with all kinds of shit. Um, so it's not like it was, you know, he was mistakenly apprehended. He set himself up. He used the same handle everywhere. He was very, very easy to track. And then it's like I use the same handle everywhere too, but I'm not a chumbo. I'm not doing this shit. That's like I do it for ease of use and making sure that if somebody tags me one place, I can be tagged everywhere else. It's just I don't know. I don't. I really didn't want to go into that tonight. Get myself pissed off and start having my face will turn all red and I'll get pissed off. But yeah, that guy is Ugh. But yeah, there's there's hell ain't hot enough. We'll just put it that way. Hell's not hot enough for those sons of bitches, and it's not. There's just it just ain't it. They also don't get to go there soon enough either. We'll just put it that way. Hey, look, I got the corn cob holder out. I don't know why I get so much amusement out of that. Hey, so Sav has a new channel that came out. Uh, they had a, I don't know if it was a, it wasn't actually a premiere, and I got to resituate my browser because I moved it like a dumbass. Um, see if I can see if I can find that real quick. So it's called Sealed Secrets with Sav. Um, and obviously I'm not gonna play her stuff on here. If you want to watch it, go watch it. But here's her channel, and she's got a little minute long like teaser trailer that she put up. Um, but I haven't watched it yet. Obviously, I'm saving that. Like I said, I don't have a lot of time to watch videos. You see, I got a whole long list of of people that I'm subscribed to, and you can see that I got a lot of content that I haven't had an opportunity to look at. All those little blue dots. Also, all of the people that are on Pepperbox, I don't watch them on YouTube. I watch them on Pepperbox. That's the way I do that. I don't know. I enjoy not having to deal with all the garbage. But yeah, we'll have to. I probably will go for about 2 hours tonight, unless something exciting happens. You never know. You never know who may hop in. We may have some kind of shenanigans. I can't talk tonight. I promise. I'm usually much better spoken than this. Uh, I say. You've seen me otherwise. Hey, you know what? I've got to go get an echelon. I'll be right back. I gotta I gotta flex on folks. Look, guys, I've got an armed golfer, and you don't. Love these things. These are so good. I got the first one at Shot Show this year in January, and I love them. Man, these things are good. It's an Arnold. God, why is that so hard to say? Arnold Palmer lemonade and iced tea or sweet tea or whatever, but there's no sugar in it. And when I was there a few weeks ago, I stopped by Echelon and saw everybody, and they were kind enough to hook me up with a case of these. And oh man, they're so good. I think I said it repeatedly, but I'll say it again. Eli and I created a drink um, with these the night of Brandon's event, and see if I can remember. It's like an ounce of Tito's, like a splash of cranberry juice, and then the rest you fill up with this. I'm wanting to say, throw some rocks in there. Yeah, it's actually pretty tasty. I had one of them because I was trying not to be an idiot that night. You go to an event, getting hammered and acting like a moron is probably not the best thing, especially the first time you're meeting a lot of people that um, can probably end your streaming career before it begins. But oh man, let me see. Let me see if I can find this because I hear. Where's my search? I've got to go look this up. I hate using Instagram on a computer. Yeah. So this this big dummy right here. She's she's the opponent, Brandon Herrera's opponent, and she's she's blocked pretty much everybody that she can on X. I'm blocked on X. Uh, Donut's blocked. She hasn't blocked Brandon because that's probably not a great idea. But she's got so many people. She actually shut her X account down and made it private for about a day. Um, she's oh God, what a horrendous pile of garbage this person is. I mean, I really she immediately started talking a bunch of smack about Brandon. Yeah, look, what what the holy hell? What what is this bullshit? Yeah, that why would you even put this? This kid looks absolutely miserable, like she's about to drop him. What the holy hell? Anyway, yeah, please by all means go and follow her there and be as nice as possible because she certainly deserves it. Just wonderful human being. Wonderful, wonderful. Wonder if that child ended up with a traumatic brain injury right after that. But, yep, fun times. Idiot. Absolute idiot. Calling Brandon a neo Nazi. I've never seen a half Mexican neo Nazi before. Um, I guess that's super neo. Super neo Nazi. Double neo. I don't know how you class how do you quantify something like that? I mean, really. Idiots are everywhere, for sure. Where I got to get off Instagram. Like I really I really can't sit here and just stare at my computer. Yeah. Oh, God, I just saw one of JD's. So what you guys think about the dog the guy identifying the story about the guy identifying as a dog in that police stop? That was I really need to find that. There's a video for that someplace. I think I'll try to find that real quick. Surely Grok can find that video for me. Let's see. Let's see if old Grok can hook me up with a video of that because it's just not. Just does. My story, what was it, Florida in 2023. Let's see. No. No. I'll have to find that because I got to be really careful to get with certain things like browsers and stuff and doing things in Facebook and it comes up with profiles and dox myself. That's a dumb thing to do. I had a live I actually had to get rid of once because the I had all the crap in my browser set with the autocomplete turned on and just all kinds of shit was popping up on the screen. I was like, "Up, oh, gotta end this live and go and delete all the copies of it." It's not that I'm super protective of my identity or anything, but I mean, let's just not make it easy. Anything interesting going on in the world today? I mean, honestly, it's just not too much. I'm gonna show you the. It's like I got on the jazz hands kick with the, with the images. I don't know what the hell I was. I use the word shenanigans a lot. You can see it. It's like blitz and shenanigans are like two of my favorite words. Uh, hey, look, there's the JD delay. Fiascos, be it bonanza. I can't help myself. I was like I get really repetitive. I think it's something interesting to go and find. I really have absolutely no plan for what I'm doing when I start these. I've got some stuff that I cover pretty much every time, and Jazz and Heritage Fest in New Orleans. Don't they always have jazz going on in New Orleans? Isn't that their thing? I mean, that's kind of a New Orleans thing, isn't it? Is the jazz? I hate jazz. I swear, I don't. Okay, so is it? There's a difference between like was it Dixieland jazz, the kind of style that they have. That's a different thing. The oh, the jazz that they have that where they play all the notes at one time. It just that's that's the kind of stuff I can't stand. I don't want. I don't. I can't do it. It's smooth jazz. Just like was it Kenny G or whatever with the it makes me want to choke somebody. It's horrible. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm a little opinionated about things. I don't know why that is. I used to actually have a shirt that said I'm not opinionated, I'm just always right. That annoyed people. People got angry when they saw that shirt. I don't know why. Let's see. I've got let's see here. We're sitting at 136 subscribers on YouTube over here. So all you guys over on YouTube, I appreciate that. I really do. Um, anything you can do to just like just look at the roster. I don't wanna. Oh, now I'm gonna have to. All right, let's go and see who's. Oh, wait. This isn't this isn't. Let's look at Daisy Music Daily Music lineup roster. Let's see. No, see, this isn't jazz. Holy crap! Look at this. Look at this. You got the Eagles, Stevie Nicks, Rod Stewart, Laney Wilson, Kings of Leon, uh, uh, Teddy Swims. What the holy hell? T Pain, Earth, Wind and Fire. Let's see, the Isley Brothers. Man, Ziggy Marley. Holy crap! That's there. That's not a jazz festival. That's just a badass music festival, is what that is. There's a lot of people on that. That's like, I mean, I'm sure that Trombone Shorty and Orleans Avenue is actual jazz, Dixieland jazz, but that's Widespread Panic. I mean, that's my God, that's a pretty good lineup, man. I bet you that's a pretty good time there. It's better than what I was having to listen to at that crawfish thing today. It's a Led Zeppelin cover band. Of all the things you expect, so I'm over by Memphis, right? I think I've said that multiple times. And we we get a lot of blues stuff going on. I like the blues. There's a lot of like, so I'm more of a blues aficionado. Well, I wouldn't say an aficionado, but I'm a fan of a lot of blues folks that play the blues and stuff. They have the in May every year they have the Beale Street Music Festival, and I actually saw Fleetwood Mac there. God, I don't even remember what year that was, but it was before. I want to say it was before they all got back together. So Stevie Nicks wasn't there. Um, man, yeah, Lindsey Buckingham wasn't with them at the time. It's like it was before they did the big reunion. So it was Mick Mick Fleetwood and Lord, I'm losing her name. I, his ex-wife. What the hell's her name? Oh man, I hate it when I can't remember something. I don't want to look it up. Um, I'm 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 gonna get it. It's before somebody comes. It's Christy. No, it's John McVie's ex-wife, Christy McVie. That was it. So yeah, Mick Fleetwood doesn't have any ex-wife in this. I can't remember shit. I'm an idiot. And I was man, Lindsey Buckingham. That guy is a guitar playing fool, and it's like there's he's blown out his voice. Um, it's really bad. I was watching a video of him um, trying to sing, and he can't do it anymore. And it's like you spend your entire life essentially yelling into a microphone uh, because especially especially with the equipment they had, you still had to project pretty good, and his voice just gave out on him. And a lot of those singers, they do, they just wear out their vocal cords. So I don't know. It's Christine McVie. I was talking about that the other night. We were talking about MTV back when it used to play actual music videos. And I remember Little Lies was out pretty pretty distinctly. Remember that the video for that, um, and that and the Nestle commercial for their white chocolate Alpine White, I think what do they call it. It was like really overboard for a commercial for a candy bar. I I can I can go. This is hold on. This is like so much overkill for a freaking candy bar commercial. Here we go. You ready? Here we go.
Sweet dreams you can't resist. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. A dream as sweet as this. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. Creamy white, dreamy white. Nestle makes the very best. N-E-S-T-L-E-S. Sweet dreams you can't resist.
What the holy shit? My God in heaven! What the '80s was a messed up time, man. In 1986. That was I. What? There's no telling how much that commercial cost. God, I'm so old. But yeah, yeah, I remember. Heck, we used to. The gaming was all one of those. You could smell your mom's cigarettes again. Yeah, everybody knows that. Just like grandma had the grandma furniture and wood paneling was a thing. We had wood paneling in our house in the '80s. Um, that was just the way it was, and everybody had the weird couches that had that like brownish flat floral pattern thing. It was everybody's grandma had one of those. It had that furniture. It was a thing. My grandma smoked in the house. It's like that everything smelled like cigarettes. I remember being a kid riding in the car. You didn't have a seatbelt on. Hell, I was a kid when I remember standing up in the middle of the seat of the truck. Yeah, got a pickup truck in the '70s, in the late '70s, standing up, riding around in the pickup truck, and no seat belts or anything, no car seat, none of that crap. And they have to slam on the brakes. They reach over and like grab you so you don't fly through the windshield. And here's the thing: is like people didn't understand how the hell, how the holy hell physics worked, right? And being able to hold on to onto a body in motion, right? When the vehicle comes to a stop, everything's going to want to keep going at the same velocity, and your arm is probably not going to hold back, like a 40, 50 pound kid. I don't know how much I weighed. I was little. It probably wasn't that much. I was a little bit skinny thing. I was probably like 25 pounds, maybe. But yeah, crystal ashtrays and plastic on the sofa. That's no doubt. Hey, I shared a thing on X today. This is no shit. It was one of those things about how old we are, and I'm telling you, look, I'm this old. The McDonald's ashtrays. I remember those. I mean, and they had them on the table. They just pick them. They were made out of aluminum foil, essentially, and they just throw them away at the end of the day. I remember when McDonald's had a smoking section, and nobody does that anymore. Who does? I mean, if I was in a restaurant, somebody lit up a cigarette, I would lose my mind because I smoke cigars, but I don't know. It's like having an asthmatic kid. My youngest one had asthma and all kinds of problems when he was little. It skipped me. My mom had asthma really bad. It skipped me, and he got it. A lot of my nieces, my niece did. One of my nieces did. It got a bunch of the kids that that me and my sister, it, and as a like left-handedness. My grandma and my mom were left-handed, and my oldest son's left-handed. He caught him. It's like I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. It didn't get me. I was ambidextrous for uh, the majority of my childhood. And there's still a lot of things I do left-handed for some reason, but I'm a right-hand. I write with my right hand. I do a lot of things right-handed, but I do a lot of things left-handed too for some reason or another. And I don't know. It's weird how things like that go. But yeah, yeah, I can see Billy how you would say. I was just looking at this. I can see how you could say that that's bland because there's definitely there's like no visible seasoning on any of this crawfish. That's a 2 pound bucket, right? Um, but you can look at that sausage is just overcooked. Absolutely overcooked. It was tasty though. It had some spice to it. My lips were burning at the end of the day, um, or after eating all that because it wasn't as bad. I tell you what. One time I was at that festival a few years. It was either last year or year before last, and I got done eating, and I'm not touch lactose intolerant. Right? There's certain things that I can't, like ice cream. I can't eat regular ice cream. It just kills me. I can have cheese, like mozzarella cheese. I can have cheese, but I can't drink milk. I can't have heavy whipping cream, and uh, it looks allergic to salt. You know what? They used liquid seasoning on that. That's about it. But they overcooked the shit out of the the sausage. It was awful. It's like chewing on a piece of rubber. It was bad. The second batch of potatoes I got were actually pretty good. The corn was awesome. So they weren't screwing that, but I think they were cooking the potatoes and sausage and stuff separate from the crawfish. And there's a whole process to that. They had big like commercial boilers and stuff. Um, and I think they were just kind of like trying to make the process fast, and that's not a process that's fast, right? If you do, there's a lot of things. If you do it quickly, you're gonna screw it all up. And this is one of those things. You don't there's a whole order of a sequence of events that have to happen, and you're supposed to let the crawfish sit. I always throw them in a cooler and then throw seasoning on them and close it up and let them sit for a good 5-10 minutes. Yeah, I know, I know. I got friends that are from there, and they don't. We obviously don't know what we're doing. It's okay. It's all right. We have so the reason why we have so much with do the crawfish thing here is because we have rice fields everywhere. A lot of people don't realize this, but Arkansas puts out more rice than China. We actually sell rice to China. It's an export for us. Anheuser Busch owns a shit ton of rice fields around here because they use rice in their beer, and it's great for crawfish. They farm crawfish and rice fields, and oh, it makes it easier. The trapping them and stuff. But yeah, it was definitely not salty. It did. I think what they did is was it Old Bay, the Old Bay liquid uh, crab boil seasoning stuff. I think is what they were using because it's easier. Because there definitely wasn't any like salt or any kind of granules on any of that. They had it separate that you could dump in there, but it had sugar in it or something. It just wasn't quite right. It was spicy, but it was sweet too. And I'm just I don't know. Oh man. But yeah, also, also, just gonna bring this up again because I can. It's my channel. I get to do what I want. I'm running a campaign. I want, I'm a fan of Echelon. I'm sitting here drinking one. I want a spicy strawberry pineapple flavor. I want one. So, Eric Bartel, you, I'm gonna, I'm gonna clip this and send it to you again. I'm gonna post it. I want it. It must happen. Um, so anybody, get on X. It's at Drink Echelon. Uh, they're pretty active on Instagram. It's at Echelon_USA on Instagram. Hit them up. Tell them I sent you. Tell them JD sent you and want we need a spicy strawberry pineapple because reasons. I've got to get a new cigar. I just can't do it anymore. Where's he? Let's find one. Man. I mean, if you have not tried their spicy like pre-workout flavor, oh my, you just don't know what you're missing. And if you like spicy stuff, this is really good. So they have my favorite flavor they have in those is yuzu cayenne. They have a berry habanero and a mango reaper and watermelon Thai chili. Um, yuzu cayenne and I think berry habanero are the two most favorite. Yuzu, the yuzu cayenne is great, and you got to be a professional when it comes to these things because you crack the can open and you put it up to take a drink. If you screw around and take a breath in with your through your nose when you put that up to your mouth, you ever done that with like a Coke or a soft drink? You get the fizzies get you. This is a whole different thing. It's like pepper spraying yourself. It's awful. So when I open it, I actually crack the can and then I'll blow across the top of it and then take the first drink because I don't want to breathe that in and like have my sinuses on fire. But it is really, really tasty. I'm trying to. It's another thing. It's the season. Um, the Tism shoes have dropped. I actually ordered a pair of these. I'm not above the wood chippers. I'm still very interested in some wood chipper uh, shoes. So yeah, if you're still in here, man, uh, I can wear more than one pair of shoes. I've got a lot of them. But definitely needs some wood chipper shoes, and 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 these things are great. I can't wait till I get them. I mean, obviously I've got the these behind me, and I will never wear those because I'm not an idiot. Uh, there's no those things are the only pair of those in the world. I'm never going to wear them. Oh, I don't know how many times I've had people, but you need to go to one of the live shows and wear them. And nope. Well, first of all, the bottom of is like yellow. If I was to ever wear these and walk in them, they'd be ruined because the bottoms would just be stained up and scuffed. It would be it would be awful. But yeah, these I walked around in a pair of boots at Shot and got the worst blister on my right heel. It's still screwed up. Um, so and it's been a while. So I needed a pair of something that I could wear that so I was about to buy a pair of their jump outs and then this came up. I was like, oh hell, I'll just get those and wear those. But I would the wood chipper shoes. I had forgotten all about that. That's crazy. I'm glad you hopped in here and said something about it because, like I said, I had completely forgotten that I brought that up. I It was one of those. I don't know if it was that night or like the next night when I was talking about that, but there was so much going on that during that time. Um, I just I completely it just completely forgot about it. All my usuals aren't in here tonight. Billy's the only one of my usual suspects that's in here in the chat. All my regulars are away doing something else, probably spending time with their family like good men. Not saying you're not a good man, Billy, but God. Oh, see, here's one of the that's the watermelon Thai chili. I do this whole thing where I post when I go to the gym. I make a post about it because I'm always drinking Echelon. I'm like the Echelon dealer at my day job, and I actually gave one out. I was like, first it's free. The first one's free, like a drug dealer. It's like after that, they're paying for them because I've got a subscription, and they're always coming in, and I don't get discounts on these things for just because of who I am or anything. So don't get that all twisted. Just because I've gone to visit them doesn't mean I don't have any discount codes or anything like that. I'm just a big fan of their stuff because I like it. Now, there's a lot of things that I don't have discount codes for. I'm not sponsored by Bullet, and I drink the hell out of their bourbon. So, but I'm not opposed to being sponsored by any bourbon brand. So, don't not going to turn that down. But just like Caleb Francis is working with who is it? Warfighter? Is it? I'm, I'm 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 losing my mind. I can't ever remember squat. I got to look that up. I think it's Warfighter Tobacco. They're about to come out with a yeah, that's it. Um, they've got a cigar that they're working on. Caleb Francis and Warfighter, and for sure, I'm looking forward to that. Anytime I can, the whole this this entire like community thing, and so everybody's like kind of interconnected in one way or another. I've never met Caleb uh, in person or anything. He was in the same area at Shot, and as a matter of fact, he was part of the whole um, armed golfer. I actually said it without stumbling that time, but I saw he was talking on might have been Pallets of the Past, one of the shows he was on. He was talking about doing this with collab. It could have been Say Hi to You. I don't know. There's so many shows they all blend together, but they got a thing going. Warfighters, obviously you can see they're a veteran-owned cigar company. So you know what? I'll give them a try. I hope they're great. I really do. I actually made a comment on that. I was like, you guys definitely need to come out with a Maduro. I'm a huge fan. Not the ex-president in Venezuela. Um, yeah, he seems like a cool guy. Pretty down there. He's funny as shit. But I'm a Maduro cigar. That's the darker and more leathery, the better. But hopefully they'll come out with a Maduro. That'll be something else. Man, but that was another thing. Let me go back. Is it? Uh, this is like he's got a line of gun lube coming out. It's goth girl spit. Oh God, this guy's hilarious. He is. He's funny as hell. But if you ever spend any time out watching that Pallets of the Past, that is a really fun show to watch. They him and Jack Mandeville, which I'm a huge fan of Jack Mandeville because again, history nut. And Trump just walked out at the UFC fight. Yeah, he's a fight. He likes fights, man. He likes like pugilism is a thing for him. I will watch it, but I'm not going to pay to watch it. Like I've been to a few like UFC fight nights and stuff where we get to have a get together and they got it on pay-per-view and I'm just I don't know. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to take a short break, a little intermission. I will leave you guys with the little bot wait screen, and I'll be right back. wants to listen to all that goes on while I have to take those brief breaks. Can't sit here for hours and hours and hours at a time consuming this much liquid and not have to take a break. I mean, bio break. It is what it is. Again, bullet. I'll take a. I'm saying, not above a sponsorship with all two people that watch my stream. We got showing two people on YouTube, one on Kick, which probably somebody um, just wanting to. It's a bot. I know it is. It's a damn bot. They because every time I start a stream, immediately I get some sort of message that spams me every single time. But yeah, let's see what else we got to going on. Hell, Travis, damn you! I'm gonna have to give him a hard time. Yeah, I see him posting. He's got himself a subscription to Echelon, and he's normally one of the ones that's in here. I had to give him some grief about not being up in my business here, my chat. Honestly, he may not be working today. Usually he'll tune um, in between calls at his job, but oh Lord, wonder what's going on with anybody. Anybody recognize this? Kentucky Ballistics, something big is cup. I wonder what he's got there. I wonder if he's got himself. Uh, JD delay. Oh, well, that explains where everybody went. So uh, I don't know. I, damn it! Damn you, JD. Well, let's see here. What's he talking about? What's he yammering about right now? Oh fuck. Um, I don't see his latest. Oh, he's live right. Is this why Melania Trump is asking? Uh-oh, not some Epstein bullshit. Oh no. Yeah, got 717 people watching his stuff, and here I am, all lonely. Well, I've been on here for an hour 40. I may hop in. I may close down the stream and hop into his chat and pester him for a little bit here. Ain't too much going on around here. Let's see. Oh, there's Travis. Yeah, I was just fixing not live on X. No, he's live on YouTube. Who's not live on X? I'm not live on X. It shows I'm live. This one way I just figured you were going live at 6. No, dude. I go live at 6:30 p.m. Central. That's when I do it. You missed it. Yeah. So that's 5:30 your time. Or is that 2 hours behind? I can never keep up with that. I'm sorry. Uh, you know, it's that's just kind of how things go. Actually, I actually appreciate you joining up on YouTube because I need the watch time. Uh, so it, I'm not gonna complain too much about anybody joining from over in YouTube. There's just 6:11 right now. Yeah, so you're 2 hours behind me. Oh, oh yeah. JD, JD's wife is chewing his ass about him saying something about uh, women being attractive. It's funny, funny. Get a 89-degree vertical grip for it for the AR today. You're about to go put it on. What the hell is 89 degrees? You saying that you have an angled foregrip? Um, is that what you're saying? What did you say, FG man? It's okay. You can have an angled foregrip. 89 degree. That's not a vertical grip, right? Is that the thing that has to get it compliant in California? Oh, good grief. Not a felony. Not 90 is legal. But that's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with an angled foregrip. I actually like an angled foregrip. Even if I have a vertical, right? Like we usually put like a little stubby one on there, and it's usually just something so you don't, especially if you've got an SBR. Um, having so first of all, an AFG on a pistol AR is the only thing you can do that's legal. You can't put a vertical foregrip on a pistol because that's not legal. It's a stupid thing. Anyway, and somebody will correct me, I'm sure, in the chat if I'm wrong about that. But yeah. So I use AFGs or little stubby ones, right? Because it's just so you don't put your hand out uh, past the muzzle because shooting your hand is stupid. So, but yeah, I like AFGs because it's feels a little bit more natural to have that an angle there instead because nobody holds on to it like a tiller, right? Nobody does that. If you see, I've never seen anybody who's actually a shooter like hold hold those like that. So, oh man. So I'm sitting here watching the chat. Changed a lot of 3 guns a month too. So there's a limit. You can only buy 3 guns a month in California. I wouldn't know what to do with that. I don't buy that many guns for myself. But I don't know. Yeah, you missed out. One of JD's mods was over here a little bit ago, and I was wondering where he disappeared to, and now I see why. Well, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna keep this going. Should I keep going or should I hop over on JD's chat and jack with him for a little bit? Oh no, he's got some stuff going on over there, and huh, and his chat's going. Oh man, so it seems to me that when JD gets going, that whatever I want to do. Yeah, I think I may wrap it up here. I'm 15 minutes shy of 2 hours, and 2 hours is about the extent of where I'm going to go without just. I mean, this hasn't been really one of those exciting ones. Um, Not that they're exciting, but yeah, I don't know. The problem is I'm too sober. That's what the problem is. It's like I haven't sat here and drank myself into a stupor like I normally do and start acting like an idiot. This is the second one, and I just poured it. So, oh man, and he's he's dogging on Bill Clinton. You know, I can't, as an Arkansan, I can't not go make some kind of comment about Bill Clinton. So yeah, I think I'm gonna hop off of here and I'm gonna jump on over. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that, man. There, I talked about that for a little bit last night. Um, there's uh, there's some opportunities to like have guests on the stream and stuff. I've been messing around with that a little bit here and there. Did a test stream. It's kind of involved. It's one of those things you can't just kind of do it off the cuff. It has to be planned out. So because it's a pretty technical thing, and you have especially when you do them. If it would be different if you got two people in the same studio, but when you're doing it remotely, it takes a little coordination so you don't end up with like doubling up on in echoes and stuff on your audio. And it's not that it comes through on for the person who's watching it, for the audience, but you'll get doubling up on your audio and stuff in your end. It so it's really weird if you've got a delayed audio of yourself. That's one of those that they had an app that that you could that you can actually set up and put headphones on, and it'll delay your own voice, and you'll do dumb stuff like you can't complete a sentence. You have to pause and wait for your own voice to catch up in your headphones so that you can start talking again. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna go over there and pester JD and see what he's talking about. Uh, it's a he's talking about some Epstein stuff. So you know what? I will say before I close this up, uh, I said some stuff about people who like hurt kids and stuff. I don't give two shits what part of the political, what party you are, who you are, how important you are to the country. I don't care if you're doing stuff that hurts kids. Release it all. Release it all. Let the chips fall where they may. I don't care. Burn it all down. But so I'm going to wrap it up for the like the eighth time I've said it. But as always, appreciate all of you guys who joined in tonight, and I think that'll be it until next Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central, Travis. And so peace.